Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Funchayat. And tonight with us, we have a panel across India, starting first of all from Daman we have Megha. Uh, Secondly, from Jaisalmer in Rajasthan we have Rajkumar Sharma. Then
Jhalawar.
from Namakkal district in Tamil Nadu we have Karthik. From Palghar district of Maharashtra we have Pallavi Joshi, and
Hi.
from Supaul district of Bihar we have Preeti. So let's start with
Hi.
the panel for tonight. And first of all, I'd like to pass on to uh, Pallavi. How did I forget your name?
Yeah. So I'm basically from Maharashtra, born and brought up, but I have my roots in Rajasthan. My parents, they belong to Rajasthan, but we came to Maharashtra. Uh, when I came, it was like very new for me. People are, even in some parts of the district, people are roaming in half clothes, like half naked, I can say. So it was like little weird to see, because in most part of the Maharashtra, we don't see that. Most of the Maharashtra is developed state, like one of the developed state, we can say. So when I came, then this was like new to me, and the atmosphere here, like I have never lived in a coastal areas. I think Vedant is from coastal area, right? Alibag ke paas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't have any opportunity in all my life to be there living on coastal area. So here climate and all is good. But here it rains a lot. Like एक बार शुरू होते तो बंद ही नहीं होती बारिश. जो बारिश. So now raining season is going to come. Other than that, coming to my work, I am doing mostly work on SHGs.
Regarding your work, we'll talk about in the next part.
Okay. So that is it. Like it's cool. And now now like when this MGNF fellowship is coming to an end, it feels like कि अरे नहीं extend हो जाए, कुछ तो हो जाए. So I don't feel like leaving the district now, because I'm not so accustomed to everything. Like even I know everyone in the office. Like it's like my second home now, so it feels good.
Now let's go to someone who really wants to leave the district. Preeti.
I never thought that you would introduce me like this, but still, my complaining goes on and on about my district, so can't complain that you introduced.
I want to interrupt. Actually, I was about to start because I want to leave my district.
because now you are married and you want to go somewhere else.
No. You can't live in Daman. Trust me, you can't live in Daman. No, it's not about expensive. People over here are very weird. You can't.
It's okay. This too shall pass. So first of all, thanks to Mimansha. If she wouldn't have recommended my name, I would have never came to this episode. I would have never, because I am kind of an introvert, and doing some these things is way out of my comfort zone. So thanks to her. And so I'm Preeti. I'm basically from Bihar. I have completed my initial education from Bihar only, and then I did my bachelor's in engineering from Chandigarh Tech. Whosoever knows tech, hi. So afterwards, I worked for 1.5 years in a technology consultancy, and I got bored. And I somehow thought that engineer would change my life, so I resigned from my job and came here, only to realize that it was a big disaster. But it's okay. I had my good days and bad days, but I learned a lot from this fellowship, and mostly I learned a lot of patience from this fellowship. And there's a lot more to go. While this fellowship ends, I kind of think that it had created an impact on my life, which I feel that would haven't been possible if I was working in that corporate thing. So it has been a nice journey. Overall, a nice journey.
All right. Rajkumar?
Hello, I am Rajkumar. I am from Bharatpur, Rajasthan, and I am posted in Jhalawar district of Rajasthan. So, to tell about my district, so what do you think when you think of Rajasthan? Maybe you are thinking about desert, camels. That's the image people have about Rajasthan. But to your surprise, my district gets flooded every year. It is a border district of MP. Even this was surprise to me. So this is full of water, and I mean this is political outseat also. Two-time ex-chief minister of Rajasthan is from here, and see, I came here when 2 years ago. So I was basically preparing for UPSC after leaving my job.
Yeah.
So at that point of time, I used to think everything is so easy to do. So when I saw this notification of MGNF, I thought I will change the economy of the district. We will work to integrate it as it was written in the.
Yeah.
Then we came on the, and my thing was also unique because I did not attend the first academic module. I got my this offer letter late, and so I directly reported to the district. So I did not any idea what is MGNF. I just thought I am someone from Ministry of Skill Development. So I introduced myself here like that. I am from MSD. So since that time, I am getting that much respect like someone from Government of India. So that have been worked to my advantage that I have not attended the first academic module, but it has been overall a very enriching experience. I mean, I got a very good collector and she has taught me a lot. I mean, it has been like a mini collectorship in home garden.
Wow. Okay, coincidentally, even Pallavi is someone who has joined slightly later in the fellowship, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
So it has been like a experience of probationary type.
okay, one Megha.
Hello, I'm Megha. Basically, I'm from Rajasthan, Jaipur. Now my allotted district is Daman. Totally in contrast with my hometown. Basically, when you think of Jaipur, it's all about desert and hot climate. But Daman is hot plus humid. And I've never lived in a coastal area. So this is very new for me. And my district is very different, very, very different because as it's a UT, you don't have sets of hierarchy. Like basically, it's like one man army over here. If one person says you have to do this, then you have to do this. It doesn't matter what other people like what they say. So basically, I've done nothing in 1.5 years. But now, when it's all winding up, now I'm getting work. Now
Okay.
I have to do my dissertation, state skill development plan, district skill development plan. I have to work with ATLs and NILIT. Now I'm getting all the work which I should have gotten before. That in my district.
All right. And finally, Karthik.
So I'm basically, my main focus is SHG, wherein like I'm just helping them to start some business, small businesses around 2 to 3 lakhs maximum investment that they have to do. And here, since it's a tribal district, Palghar, so they have a separate fund specifically to be spent on tribals. And there is separate office that is Tribal Welfare Department office. So that office has some funds and all. So we are using that fund where 90% of funding is done by the office and 10% by the SHGs. I have like worked on 5 SHGs till now. And now, right now, we are struggling with the marketing of those products. However, like some products like edibles, like some aula supari or some papads or some murabbas, because since chiku, it is a sapota or chiku, it is ODOP of Palghar, and they make like fabulous chiku chips and chiku ka murabba, and it's like very nicely like chiku chips are the best one, I would say. They are sweet and they are so healthy. They are not fried; they are just dried on solar dry. So they're like we are selling those in our own collector office campus and all other campuses. Every month we are calling them that you bring some products, and from table to table you go and like if they're interested they'll buy. But a good amount of products we are selling in that way. And other like sanitary pads and patravalis and all, we are trying to get some orders from here and there. Apart from that, I'm also working on district strategic action plan that I'm engaged in. Shall I stop?
No. I asked Karthik to wait. Okay. You can go.
Okay. So I'm doing that, and then apart from that, this normal batch inspections of DPC plan that all going on.
Yeah, I believe
much
you are also
work, like
involved in the project for sanitary pads for women.
That is SHGs only. That is SHGs only. Yeah, we are working on those SHGs only. Apart
Have
from
you been
that,
able to connect? Because that was a project about a year ago. Then have you been able to connect with the market or probably, let's say, hospitals and places where it should be?
actually, the thing happened that we got some defective raw material. So good quality sanitary pads were not made. Then we changed it and all. But still, we are struggling to find a wholesale dealer for it and all. We get like they are only selling on in the local shop. but not on a large scale. It's like very small scale that they've been getting sales. Apart from that, even I'm working for ODOP also. There is a cluster. I'm working with DIC for that. We are making like a cluster and a common facility center in Gholwad. Gholwad Sapota is famous. Gholwad is a village name here in Palghar. So that is specifically involved in
GI tag?
It is ODOP.
Oh.
GI tag we have Varli painting.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, Varli painting you might have seen.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
It is like widely, it's world famous. However, that artists don't get the due credit for it because it is nowadays printed everywhere on clothes and even paintings also on various objects. But these painters, they paint it with hand and it is made with rice paste, the paint. So, that is like quite indigenous art. It is originated from Palghar district only. So I'm working with tribal welfare department to promote this also. However, in Valsad district, which is like the next district, neighboring district to Palghar, they have ODOP as Varli painting. So even they are working on that because it is like nearby. So both the district artists are present there. Apart from that, regular activities.
Okay, we know the regular activities like filling
Yeah.
and filling out Google forms and all. So Karthik, would you like to take over and start from your district and the work both?
And it has a mixed mode of economy, agriculture and industrial, and the district is well known for poultry products.
Oh, we lost you.
And they have, okay, like the connection gone or it's still available?
No, we can hear.
Still connected, right?
Yeah, it's connected.
Yeah, okay, fine. So like for the football World Cup, like the district has supported the Qatar government with like eggs. They have exported eggs to Qatar. And one fun fact is that after like 8:30 or 9 at the night, if you just go on to the roads, like any highway, you can see around like 10 to 12 different type of trucks that you won't see anywhere. So like you can find the distinct type of trucks like happening here in the district.
Share some photos with us. Maybe we'll put up in a slide or something later on.
Okay, later on, yeah, sure. Because we have the wind turbine, right? There are like specialized trucks like trekking the wind turbine from North India to South. So they all have their head offices here, and they transport egg, tanker lorries like gas, petroleum, oxygen, like these type of things that you are not able to see in city. You can see it here, because it's like known for truck bodybuilding, and like the farthest connection that the district has made is with Nagaland. They have seen the trucks from here like running till Nagaland.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, like there are like some Nagaland trucks running here like with NL board. Like I see them pretty often.
Wow. And what is the primary export like from Tamil Nadu to Nagaland? What exactly exported?
Mostly it's eggs from my analysis, and second it's like parts like mechanical parts for like trucks and others.
Okay.
That's like the major.
But absurd to be shipping eggs from Namakkal to Nagaland all the way,
like they have established contact, like it's not only to Nagaland, they have done it for all across like pockets of India, and they even export it to egg. There is even like a documentary for like eggs made in Namakkal. They are like priced at on the range of like 3 to 5 rupees per egg, and you have the poultry farms, so as to say, and it would cost them around like 2 crores for like setting it up, but the profits and scales are like really huge, and within few months like they take back everything, and it's a really like wherever you turn across the district you can see the poultry farms everywhere. That's like the well-known part.
Okay, great. So Preeti?
Yeah. So before today morning, I knew that my district was famous for one thing, and that was Mithila ka Makhana, because Supaul lies in the Mithila region, and Mithila ka Makhana has a GI tag as well. But then I talked to Vedant, and he told me that Udit Narayan is also from Supaul. So now I know that there are two things my district is famous for. One is Makana and the second is Udit Narayan.
Makana is like the lotus seeds,
Lotus
right?
seed, yeah.
Lotus
Yes,
seed.
foxnut. We call it foxnut in English. So
Okay.
yes. So basically, the farmer here are involved in makhana production, and also the agriculture and horticulture department works a lot to promote makhana within the farmers. Makhana is a produce within the farmers, and they are kind of into setting up pack houses for improving the production line for the makhana, and so that they can target the neighboring districts as well as the neighboring country, because Supal shares a border with Nepal. So the administration is kind of targeting the entire either Nepal ka market and the neighboring districts of Bihar, of Supal ka market for makhana. So I've worked a bit on the ODOP part, which is makhana in my case. And apart from that, I was kind of involved in this youth aspiration survey for I had posted about this on my LinkedIn as well. So what I did was there are 11 blocks. My district is a small size district in Bihar, so it has 11 blocks. So what I did was we organized a 11-day camp wherein we covered each block in a day, and while we were in the block we would go about we would tell them about the schemes we work under the employment sector. We would inform them about the trainings they can undergo, like the free of cost trainings available under the Ministry of Skill Development, and which are funded by the central and the state government. Then we would inform them about the services we as an district employment office provide to the entire district. And then we would conduct a small youth aspiration survey of the candidates. So the survey was kind of motivated towards what the youths currently possess as a skill, and what they have done to as in profession wise, what they are currently doing, and what are these the skills they possess and the work they are doing, are these things matching, or are these things even relevant to the current requirement of the industries.
Great.
And then we would also organize a small job camp for them in those 11 blocks. And apart from that, I have also worked on the margin. So my district also comes under the Kosi region, which you would be knowing that is a flood-prone area of Bihar. So most of the northern part of my district is flooded throughout the monsoon part. And the women working in those areas don't have like a stable job. Mostly, not only the women, but the entire population working in those areas don't have a stable job. So we uh, kind of plan that if we train these people in mushroom production, then they would be having some sort of work, because mushroom as a product didn't require a lot of what do we say, area to be produced and can be easily sold. So I created a batch for this Kosi region affected women for mushroom production. And apart from that, I'm currently working on a project with IBM Skills Build. It's a career boot camp for the ITI students. It's in the planning phase only. And I'm also working with Tata Strive for an entrepreneurship course specifically for my district. So these are a part of my. I have worked in bits and pieces. They aren't very much, but still they are my contribution to this fellowship in the district.
And
So
regarding
that's it.
Niyojan Aapke Dwar, something we had talked about in the morning.
And the new that was the block level camp I was talking about. I named it as Niyojan Aapke Daur just to make it a little catchy, because the district employment office in Hindi said as Niyojanalay. So
Okay.
on that part, it's Niyojan Aapke Daur. So the office is at their doorstep.
Okay.
Was the entire concept.
All right. Thank you. And Rajkumar?
So yeah, I came here in November 2021. So the first major assignment I got at that point of time, Rajasthan government started in every district something called district level investment summit. So before having a state level investment summit, they were organizing district level summits. So at that point of time, I talked to collectors. I told them I have worked in the automobile industry. So I was the natural choice. So they made me a member of that committee. So that was the first major turning point that I interacted with each and every industry in my district. So I went to length and breadth of my district, every industry, some other industries outside districts also to approach them. So basically the purpose was to sign MOU and uh, MOU for the investment in the district. So at that point of time, we had a lot of meeting with the industries. So I studied this industrial landscape. So if I talk about the industrial landscape of my district, it is something like you must have heard something about Kota stone. It is on the railway stations. If you see the flooring of that limestone, it is of the Kota stone. So
Right.
majority of the industries, almost there are 900 industries, MSMEs related to that. So there are Kota stone industries, and there are two textile mills that are large industries here. And then food processing industry is one of the, because it is a district something which receives highest rainfall in Rajasthan. So it's around 1,000 mm rainfall. So naturally there are good horticulture and agriculture produces in the district. So there is from different governments schemes. So there are some projects that are supported in food processing sector also. Then milk also, then honey sector also. So around these all this, and tourism is also one of the service sector that is flourishing in the district. So this I came across, I learned a lot about the district at that point of time, and then we something 34, 35 industries, we signed MOU with them. So not only the MOU industries, at that point of time, I was we were going hotels to finalize the venue, and at the end, I was even interested with to write a speech for ministers, district collector, everything. They knew that his writing skills are good, so they said, "Do you write a speech?" So I've written everything, speech and this thing. So I had a very good reputation with all around the administration from initial the 3 4 months. So then after that, my DM, but initial the DM was not that much enthusiastic, but then DM changed. So and then Dr. Bharti Dixit was 2013, 14, I think she was year 5 at that point of time. So she came in my district. So I was fortunate to work with her. I sat with her. I said I work like that. Then she engaged me in 4 or 5 projects. So at that point of time, Chief Secretary of Rajasthan, she started a project called District Collector Innovation Project. So every district collector required to do some innovative projects in their district. So that was an opportunity for me. She talked to me. Then we came across some projects. We finalized something from rural development. So we started making an FPO of women-led FPO total. So at that point of time, I also went village to village. Around we traveled to 40, 50 villages. So we met with the SHG women and we convinced that what is the idea of an FPO, what is the honey, how it is potential. So we sat there, we had ground level meetings, we mobilized them. And then I was involved in finalizing the logo of the FPO. I made a brand called Madhu Saki. Madhu means honey and Saki means woman. So I evolved that name and we prepared a logo with the graphic designer. I actually sat with the graphic designer to design that logo. So we designed that project. We came across. Now this FPU is functioning well. So that was one part of the project. We even collaborated with the National We Vote in Delhi. So that project was launched for International Women's Day by District Collector. That was one part of the project. Then another project we started with the self-defense training for the girls. So that also we designed something like Project Atmaraksha, means the self-defense. So we started with everything with the logo. So I did that. I mobilized them from CSR. So we bought money. We started giving certificate of self-defense training signed by district collector. So it was a motivation for the girls who were taking self-defense training. So this project has also been around the school girls. So this project has been able to impact around 66,000 girls in the district. In the school, there are around 1 lakh girls. So we have impacted on not only schools but colleges like medical college, ITI, this project. And another project we started like the Narega Pathshala. It is for the Narega workers for basic numerical literacy. Like if you see Narega women workers, they don't know how to do basic maths. तो उनको जब वो पगार मिलता है तो दे डोंट नो कि हाउ कितना पगार मिलता है, कैसे मिल रहा है, जॉब कार्ड में मिल रहा है कि नहीं मिल रहा है. तो टू स्टार्ट दैट, वो जो नरेगा वर्क साइट होता है उस पे एक मेट होता है. तो वी ट्रेन दैट मेट कि उसको बेसिक मैथमेटिक्स वगैरह है, एंड देन इन टर्न सी विल ट्रेन ऑल अदर वुमेन. तो that project we started, so around 19,000 Narega workers, they were impacted. Then coming to the skill development, that is actually the major role. So we prepared district skill development plan. I thought my job is done. But somehow, as I told you, my district is the political hot seat. So you must knowing Vasundhara Raje, she's the 2 times chief minister. She's from my district only, and her son is the MP of my district. So fortunately, she met with the Minister of State Skill Development, Sri Rajiv Chandrasekhar. So he talked, please do something in Jhalawar. Then Secretary MSP called to my district collector. And she called me, your secretary is telling to do something in our district. So I said, secretary called you, even I cannot imagine. I was like, I was something in limelight. I even got from director MSP Sankalp, Sandesh Pilekar. He even called me that joint secretary sir want to do something in your district. Then they said, what you have to do in this agriculture thing. So I suggested some courses around horticulture. There is a horticulture college, that is the only college in Rajasthan, and that is in my district. So we tie up with that college, and I called NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation. Then we had a special district skill committee meeting. So we proposed some project that, so there are 3-4 skill development courses around honey, beekeeping, dairy, bamboo growing. So that thing we are doing. So all these works are done. Then we were involved in the major work, was that my district collector's nomination for Prime Minister Award for public administration excellence. So I was like, she asked me that you have to prepare everything. So until then, I knew that how it is tedious. In September, we started preparing nomination. We applied for the award. Then we had 2-3 presentations in the Delhi. Then some secretary of the government of India came to visit my district. So I coordinated that visit of the secretaries. And then we had presentation in front of the Cabinet Secretary, Government of India. So we went to the final round. Unfortunately, we could not make it to the last place, but we went up to the Cabinet Secretary. So that was a thing that was an experience like that has taught me a lot thing. But then we had something similar thing in Rajasthan. So then we applied for that award. Fortunately, we got the award. So my district collector got Chief Minister's Award for this public excellence. So she was happy, but now she got transferred to DM Ajmer. So I have feeling like I have taken DRS. So that's my journey.
Okay, cool. Megha?
Came here first, I went to the introduction to collector. Like basically, ISs over here, the skill development is not on their priority list. I think it's not even on the list. So that time COVID just ended. So she was about to put me on COVID duty in the hospital. So basically, for the first almost 1.5 years, I was more involved in ad hoc activities, be it file work or PMKVY or anything. But in the last 6 months, I started with the mobilization for NILIT. Basically, NILIT was here for over 2 years, but they couldn't start even a single batch because they couldn't mobilize students for it. So I started that and I made the NILIT functional over here. That was the first thing I started with. Then I started with the aspirational survey. Like I couldn't start because my form is still due to be converted in Gujarati. So, and now the colleges are on vacations. So it is still due. Then basically there was a shuffle in the designation. So the new secretary skill development I got is really interested in doing things. So then I was working for NILIT and Atal Tinkering Labs, as in collaboration of NILIT with Atal Tinkering Lab. So here, this is on in a process. And then ad hoc work I got with State Skill Development Plan, which is also interesting. That's it. Other things I initiated, I couldn't even, do it because it was very difficult. At some point of time, the fund issues. At some other point of time, the people over here weren't interested, so they didn't even initiate the file. So this is all I could manage to start.
Okay. Karthik, if we still have you.
Yeah, like I'm there. Hope so the internet is like pretty proper.
Yeah.
Okay. Like in the district, to be honest, things are happening. That's what I would like to put.
That's a
And
general overview of things. Things are happening. I am in the district.
things are happening. And in terms of skill puzzle, like we are involved in like few projects, just to say. And it's like momentary sometimes. The last one I remember was in the digitalization of DSDP. Like it was a national level exercise. That was like the most amazing project of all time till now here.
We did it together.
Yeah,
Karthik.
we did it. We both actually. So there was like a lot of groundwork behind the digitization actually. So the first thing given to us was like you have to create a model and you have to use data analytics to create a working model for the ministry where within few minutes or second they have to know about the skilling ecosystem at any district in India. So this was the tagline given.
Oh,
And resources and anything, it was like quite resource crunchy, but like we thought about like how to work on like from scratch. So actually like we just from 40 we took around like 32 to 36 parameter, which can give you around like 70 to 80% of skilling ecosystem in a district. And we wanted that to be from government records.
mm,
So our option was to like choose the district skill developmental plan. So what we did was like find parameters that would align in consensus with um, find parameters that would align in consensus with all the district, and then try to come up with a visual studio for it. So it was a success actually. We were able to connect around like 500 plus districts, and within a click you can know 60 to 80% of a district profile. We had like population, what type of skilling, what they were able to manufacture, like their distinct ODOP, industries, their skill potential. So all the major indicators that ministry or the secretary would look into for making a skill policy was made available. So that was like one successful thing. And second is like the state level uh, flagship program. So um, is the connection okay? Like audible, right?
yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, yeah.
audible.
Yeah. The second is the state level CM flagship program. It's called the leadership program,
Mhm.
where you give online courses to these college graduates and then skill them to like industry 4.0 technologies.
Okay.
So was there in once again in planning, monitoring and execution part. So it had like many verticals from faculty development program, venue allocation, um, uh, like execution of the schemes, and recently they had like another vertical where they select students in a district and then provide them with competitive examination training,
Mhm.
and that was inaugurated like this Monday. From this district, around like 90 participants were selected, and all are merit based. And that was quite good initiative. And the government is spending around 3,000 to 4,000 rupees per candidate, and it is for all over the state. And they are invested around like 2 crores to around like 2 crores for the competitive exam module alone.
Oh,
So it's like a huge one right now. Put in the siloed in the leadership program. So these are few, and for like fun things, we have been to various other like institution, IIT Madras, Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, uh, and a few good places which we can't say, which we can't say.
okay.
Uh,
Okay.
we have been there, like did some like collaborative events, fun things actually, and it was quite good actually. And in terms of district per se, there are a little bit administrative challenges, and in terms of like project per se, it's not happening. But in terms of like project at national level, it's happening from me through the district. So that's the catch there. So managing.
All right. So yeah, in the final open part, if you have any memories, embarrassing stories, learnings, anything and everything, that's all up to you now. I believe, Preeti, you were telling me there's a lot to share.
No, I don't have any embarrassing story as I Even if I have, I would like to keep it to myself. I am not going to. I would refrain myself from putting it here. But I have a very cute memory.
Okay.
See,
We would love to hear better lot of your stories. Yours, Megha's, Rajkumar's. I think you have very wonderful stories.
We
yeah,
have.
yes. I was kind of going to share a very cute story with you all.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah. It's a short story. Actually, we celebrate Bihar Divas on 22nd May, right? So what happens is that we have our office, and in when we see, there's a road, and on this side of the road we have our office, and on the opposite side there's a complete jhuggi wala people. वो complete सा झुग्गी है, and उसमें लोग रहते हैं. So and वहाँ पे there are a lot of kids who don't go to school. मतलब whosoever lives there, their kids don't go to school. So what we did for Bihar Divas was that we organized a small drawing competition for them, and we kind of arranged some snacks for them. And to our surprise, a lot of kids turned up to that drawing competition. And at the time, we were about to start the drawing competition at like 11, and most of the kids were present there by 11. So we were so happy, because whenever we try to do something, maybe the job camps or any kind of event, and if we say that we are going to start by 11, nobody is even there in the office by 12 also. So the footfall is very less in the job camps or whatever we try to do. But on that day, those kids were they were very small, like 5 years का छोटे छोटे बच्चे थे, and all of them were in the office by 11. So we had a pool of around 50 kids. We made them sit on the ground only, because obviously they could haven't painted if they were sitting on the chairs. And most of the kids didn't even know how to hold a pencil or a color. And still, we distributed the drawing kits to them, and they were like seeing those drawing kits, and they were like, "What do we do with this?" And there were some kids who were a little grown up and they knew what to do, but most of them, they were confused with the entire idea of the drawing kit and what they were supposed to do with it. So one by one, each of our office staff went to those kids, and they held their pencils, and they tried कि कुछ तो ड्रॉ कर ले वो खुद से, और उसके बाद से they started doing doodling things. मतलब they were only scrapping the paper, but still it was so beautiful. And after the entire drawing competition, when the entire drawing competition ended, the kids were so happy. Even now, when I pass through that road and the kids see me and they wave their hands कि इन्होंने मेरे को chocolates दिए थे उस दिन.
My only question was, given the competition was at 11 a.m., did you show up at 11?
Oh, please, I was there in the office at 10. I was managing the entire thing, and also in sari. So I was there in sari at 10. That's a big achievement for me.
Wow.
It should be celebrated.
Wonderful. Megha, sorry, I believe Pallavi was nudging you to say something.
I have no memories of them. I have no good memories of them. I can't share anything. I don't have anything to share.
Oh my God.
All I can share is their NIFT in Daman was established like last year. So I was put in there.
Okay.
So I used to, there were just these 33 kids, okay, and these like bachelors and masters. All of them were like outsider, like some were from Bihar, Delhi, Mumbai. And see, when I was new in Daman, I couldn't cope up with Daman because it looks like it's look like a touristy place and all and all. But when you actually come here, it's like Goa for Gujaratis, nothing else. So you won't even find tourists over here. Okay, so
it's not even the locals there. They have they have gone. They have left the places on rent, and they're like, अमीर है भाई, इतनी अमीर है पूछो मत. मेघा बताएगी कितनी है.
People over here are so rich. They don't want to study. They want to do any certification courses. All they do is smuggle daru from Daman to Gujarat.
Wow.
ये तो हरियाणा वाली बात हो गई.
Arey, Haryana mein they don't earn that much. Here, even if you go for a one trip, na, you'll earn like 8 to 10K in a single trip. So why do you want to work for like 9 hours a day and earn like 15K ka salary or 10K ka salary?
Yeah.
It's like
Oh
that. So
God.
people are rich. There's no necessity over here. So
यार इनका ये entrepreneurship plan बता देना मेरे को, मैं थोड़ा सा पैसा कमा लूं.
even I tried ना, हो नहीं पाया. I tried for Ahmedabad. All I used to, I was like, then I was transferred in NIF. All I used to do there was like entertain the students over there by my cribbing. That's the only thing I've done.
I have done that. I have entertained my parents,
And
my
actually,
colleagues.
na, they miss me. They're like, you've left. We have no one to talk to. We have no one to crib with.
I can so feel you. Well, you are kind of my soul sister in this
But like,
fellowship.
you know, it's like Pallavi. Like she comes to Vapi. Like her relatives live there. So it is basically like, see, from my district, there's the other UT, like Dadar Nagar Haveli. So that its capital is Silvas. That is like 30 to 40 kilometers approx. Take it 30. I travel like 20 to 25 kilometers to meet Pallavi. Are you that frustrated?
मुझे तो लग रहा है कि ये दमन दीव फेलो क्या ही मजे करते होंगे भाई.
अरे
एकदम
नहीं,
tourist place में
Yeah.
रहते
trust
होंगे.
me.
We
You
used
know,
to have
no.
हाँ, मैंने भी जब वो वेदांत ने जो ग्रुप बनाया और उसमें डाला था ना, तो आई सॉ योर नेम और कॉमा दमन दीव जो भी था, तो
You know,
I got so I was kind of envying you कि you would be having a lot of fun. But
हाँ,
now I'm
मुझे तो ऐसा
feeling
लगा भाई कैसे होंगे यार.
after
But-
2 months, I was cursing myself like, why didn't I go for Rajasthan? ठीक है, official work would have been in Hindi, but at least I would have been in my state. I opted for English as official language. That's why I got
Okay.
UP. And I'm like, no, I can't live here anymore.
You took 2 months. You took 2 months to realize this. Within a week, I had this happy realization of my life. Ki this fellow, I am done with the fellowship.
You know, Daman is kind of pretty. Like, there's way too much greenery. There are beaches. Like, in total, there's just 2 beaches. Okay, no, too many beaches. Like, even then, like on 26th April, like the second beach was inaugurated. Before that, there was only this one beach. Okay,
inaugurated. I
like
felt
Modi
many
came.
beaches always existed on their
No,
own.
it wasn't developed, so you couldn't go
Okay.
there. There was no road or anything like that. So
Okay.
it was then developed, and then Modi came and inaugurated that 5.5.
Inaugurated the road, not the beach, right?
Yeah, road. And
He's Modi, he can do anything.
that
Please.
is why like that beach is like they're making the skilled ecosystem over there. It is like that. And I'll give you a catch. You know, people from like MP, they've called me, yeah, Megha, we're planning a trip for Daman and Diu. So how can we come? I was like, okay, first thing, you can plan trip for just one place, like either Daman or Diu, because they both of them are like 800 kilometers apart by road.
साथ में क्यों है फिर?
Yeah.
Because I think they were liberated from Portuguese at the same point of time. That is it. People think Daman and Diu were like side by side. No, but they're like 800 kilometers apart.
नहीं, मुझे लग ही रहा था मैं इसके बाद तुमसे पूछूंगा कि मैं घूमने कैसे आऊँ उधर.
आओ दमन में आई होस्ट की थी, वाला बंदा छोड़कर चला गया.
बट तुम्हारी कहानी सुन के तो मुझे वैसा लग रहा है कि ये दुनिया जो है वो जादू का खिलौना है, जो मिल गया सो जो ना मिला सो सोना है.
मैं नहीं बुला रही अपने यहाँ किसी को घूमने, हमारे पास कुछ भी नहीं है.
नहीं उतना भी
don't call us, just send us makhanas.
हाँ,
Okay.
राजस्थान आ सकते हो. We have a lot of places घूमने के लिए, हमारे यहाँ बहुत कुछ है.
तुम तो
क्या
फेमस
मैडम?
ही घुमाने के लिए हो. तुम तो फेमस ही घुमाने के लिए
You
हो.
send the itinerary. We all will come. You just
Sure.
send the itinerary.
Do we have
Yeah.
any more stories or should I stop the recording? now?
हाँ, बहुत सारी स्टोरीज हैं यार हमारे पास. तो मैंने वो तो ये कि मैं एकेडमिक मॉड्यूल भी है, डिस्ट्रिक्ट भी है. तो
कार्तिक ने कुछ बोला ही नहीं. Karthik,
हाँ, इसीलिए I was waiting.
I think Karthik is scared. Like if he starts speaking, he'll lose the connection. So he's staying mum and just listening.
ना listening के लिए you can subscribe to Funchayat.
हाँ, मेरा तो भाई डिस्ट्रिक्ट में था. टाइम पास
Thank
आई
you
डू
so
इज
much.
आई
No,
मेरे टाइम
I'm
पे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में गए तो
deciphering like
हेलो
no, I'm deciphering like what you guys were speaking. Like, when you speak like too fast, like I can't understand. So like if you do
Yeah.
it slow, I can do. Like when you do it
Okay.
like pretty fast, like there is some glitch over there. So
Preeti and
that's
अरे
Megha
यार
were giving about their district. What about you?
but then it will look
Sorry.
like we are speaking in slow
uh,
motion.
Rajkumar, you were saying something?
नहीं,
Voice
then
broke
it
out.
will look like normal to you, but for other people it will be like we are speaking on 0.5.
Okay. That is
Okay,
okay.
carry
No
on.
offense. No offense taken.
No offense.
No, no.
I,
Like
people in my court don't
I
take offense because I
no,
gave a
I
lot of
just got
money.
like broken stuff. Like nothing was
Yeah,
proper
so
actually.
did I.
So
तो
it's
कभी
it's
कभी
broken.
तुमने ऑल इंडिया ग्रुप वाले ग्रुप में भी देखा होगा
Oh
आई
my
पोस्ट
God.
समटाइम्स सम मीम्स देयर आल्सो.
Mhm.
तो एकेडमिक मॉड्यूल में हम लोग क्या करते हैं जब भी हमारा क्लास होता है तो मेरा दोस्त में एक ही काम रहता है आई मेक मीम्स ऑन एवरी लेक्चर. तो एवरी लेक्चर में कुछ तो 8-10 मीम बनाते हैं. तो हमारे अभी लास्ट टाइम जब एकेडमिक मॉड्यूल था तो कमिला सतपति मैम आई थी. डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर ऑफ यादवगिरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट तेलंगाना में. So she saw some memes. So then she said, I am feeling left out. Please make memes on me as well. And we were like, district collector is saying, please make memes on me. And then we made meme on her. So she was
Wow.
like, she loves some memes. And then now she asked that fellow, Yadadri fellow,
Yeah.
Rajkumar is making memes now. Ask him to make a meme on me.
Seriously?
Like,
Are you serious?
seriously?
She's
Yeah, I am serious.
okay.
It's so cool.
So the fellow from that district, he said he can get get her on the
मेरे को
panchayat discussion someday. Yeah,
इतना
she can come. She's so cool. She's so cool. She will come. She's so
इतना
cool.
cool.
yeah.
इतना cool. Even that's why Kamal recommended my
ये तो डर्बी कूल पाउडर से भी ज्यादा cool हो गया.
she's so much cool. You see her profile now. She keeps sharing meme and she asked us to make meme on us and we were like,
Nice.
You
this
know,
is anyway, in our court memes go on. So no one takes offense on me because I don't care.
No one takes offense on me because I don't care.
So even if they take offense, I will make meme because Jhalawar तो भगा नहीं सकता. आगे भी क्या उखाड़ लेगा.
राजकुमार तो पंचायत पे मीम बना.
It's the reverse of what
बनाइए.
Varun Grover said in one of his satires.
तो मैं तो मेरे को नव्या दीदी ने बोला नव्या इज इन अवर कोर्ट तो सी साइड में कि तुमको जाना है पंचायत में. तो मेरे को तो ऐसा लग रहा भाई कपिल शर्मा शो का आ गया इनविटेशन. उधर जाना है. तो इट वाज लाइक कि तो सी आई वाज लाइक आई डोंट मेक दिस मीम मेकिंग स्किल पब्लिक क्योंकि ये समटाइम आई इट पुट्स मी इन ट्रबल because I make sometimes offensive memes and if people get to know the I have made memes. तो दिस इज द थिंग एंड इवन डिस्ट्रिक्ट इमर्सन में भी एम्बेरसिंग तो नहीं है बट देयर आर लॉट ऑफ इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरीज. तो जब से मैं इवन शुरू शुरू में जब हम लोग आए थे तो वी वर गॉट इनवाइटेड टू द हिज हाइनेस पैलेस जो यहाँ पे प्रिंसली स्टेट था पहले झालावाड़. तो जो अष्टवाई रूलर्स थे आगे तो द पैलेस इज स्टिल फंक्शनिंग एंड द सक्सेसर ऑफ दैट थ्रोन. तो झाला चंद्रजीत सिंह तो ही इनवाइटेड अस बिकॉज जो उनका पैलेस है ही वांट टू मेक सम टूरिज्म प्लेस आउट ऑफ दैट पैलेस. तो जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट इंडस्ट्रीज ऑफिसर है ही कॉन्टेक्ट हिम. तो ही said कि there is a person from MSD so he is like very expert in everything and he's very intellectual. So he invited us. So we went to the palace and I was like yeah, coming from a village and his highness himself is explaining you everything about the palace. So he saw something about that. The Lord Karjan gave this to my forefather. This is the film that was given Delhi Darbar. There was so many books collection, this articles collection from. So it was like seeing the modern history from and having tea with His Highness. So it was like mesmerizing experience for me. And after that, so we keep visiting the palace. So that is like a friend to me. So I mean, these are like stories that I can't even imagine. कि ये चीज हो भी सकता है. एंड आई गो ऑन ए लॉट ऑफ फील्ड विजिट. तो एक फील्ड विजिट में क्या हुआ मेरे को एक पर्सन मिले. ही वाज बोर्न इन 1929. तो एट दैट पॉइंट ही वाज जो ये दिस वाज दिस इंदौर स्टेट. Indore state का part था. This Jhalawar was part of the Indore Holkar dynasty के अंदर में. It was a part of Indore state. So he was the inspector of land records at that point of time in British government. So he told a lot of stories. I even posted this on LinkedIn, his photo. And he was so sharp that he remembered every act of British government. The name of that time collector, that time administration, that time. So I recorded a video of him. I came, I told my collector, I showed to my collector. And she talked to him. So it is like living history with your things. So I keep going on to field visits. So these are some of and some of the interesting stories I tell you. One time what happened, we were preparing this nomination for the Prime Minister's Award. So we had to make a video of the works that the district collector has done. So I was sitting in a studio, and the studio was in a mohalla in my district. So there, so that mohalla what happened कि जो mohalla था उसका electricity was cut from 10-15 days. So electricity department was not listening to them. So at that day we were sitting there and we were making the video. So what happened, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वहां पे चलेगी, तो उसके पास आधे घंटे का बैकअप था. तो देन आई कॉल डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर की मैडम वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी तो चला गया इधर, तो वो कैसे बनेगा अपना वीडियो. तो वो लोग 10 दिन से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी डिपार्टमेंट में घूम रहे थे बट उनका कोई सुन नहीं रहा था. तो बात क्या हुआ कि डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर ने जयपुर में किसी को कॉल किया, चीफ इंजीनियर टाइप को, कि हमारे यहाँ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नहीं आ रहा है, आपका डिपार्टमेंट कुछ कर नहीं रहा है. और उन्होंने यहाँ पे एक सीएम को कॉल किया एंड विद इन हाफ एन आवर 4-5 गाड़ियां उधर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी डिपार्टमेंट की खड़ी है और 8-10 बंदे लगे हुए हैं. यार मोहल्ले वाले देख रहे हैं कि भाई ये क्या हो गया है, हम लोग तो 15 दिन से लग रहे हैं और ये आधे घंटे में अचानक से ऐसा क्या हो गया कि इधर तो पूरा का पूरा टीम आधे घंटे में उनका इलेक्ट्रिसिटी रिस्टोर हो गया. एंड देन दे अंडरस्टूड कि डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर ने खुद उनका इलेक्ट्रिसिटी लगवाया है. एंड वी वर लाइक मतलब समथिंग हैपेंस की बहुत सारी चीजें हैं सरप्राइजिंग रहती है. इवन जब हम लोग वर्क कर रहे थे तो इट वाज सो प्रेशरिंग, तो मैंने कुछ लोगों को इवन डीएम के नाम से डांट दिया था कि तुमको ये चलाना है कि नहीं, अभी उठवा देंगे तुम्हारा स्टूडियो वगैरह. तो बाद में कुछ ऑफिसर्स ने बताया कि मैडम आपके नाम से इन्होंने ऐसा ऐसा बोला है. लाइक मैडम कि चलो चलो कोई बात नहीं, होता है प्रेशर, काम काम करवाने के लिए करते हैं, बट इट फील लाइक समटाइम्स सो पावरफुल. तो दैट्स व्हाई आई सेड कि इट्स लाइक अ मिनी कलेक्टरशिप इन द होम cadre. So it was like every time you have a good reputation and you are with the DM, so that thing like came to even to going to residence और district collector बैठ के उधर काम कर रहे हैं. तो उधर बहुत सारा काम किया. तो अब वो ट्रांसफर होगी तो अब मैं ऑफिस जाता नहीं, तो इट्स लाइक बीआरएस मस्त 4 महीने अभी रहने का इधर district में.
राजकुमार भाई, फेलोशिप के नाम पे तो तुझे बहुत रिस्पेक्ट मिल गई है. मैं अपनी कहानी सुनाऊंगी ना, तू
हाँ,
रो देगा.
I was like that said I am not like a fellow there. Someone I said कि I am from Ministry of Skill Development. नहीं ये भी नहीं बोलता, मैं कहता हूँ मैं भारत सरकार से हूँ, हिंदी में बोलने का इधर ज्यादा
ये चीज
प्रभाव
तो
पड़ता है.
ना, ये चीज तो मैंने भी मेरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में की थी. एक तो ये
हाँ
यूपी है.
तो
ओके, तो यहाँ पे जो भी बंदा आएगा दिल्ली से आएगा, यूपीएससी के थ्रू. तो इनिशियली जो भी बंदा मुझसे पूछता था आप कहाँ से आए हो, मैं बोलती थी एमएसडीई ने रिक्रूट किया है. तो फिर वो लोग ऐसे थे, दे स्टार्टेड लाइक दिल्ली से, लाइक यस यस. अभी मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा था मेरे हो क्या रहा है. बाद में रियलाइज कि उन लोग को लग रहा था आई एम सम ऑफिशियल फ्रॉम दिल्ली. लाइक बहुत बेनिफिट मिला. एक मतलब मेरे को वो उसका बेनिफिट आज तक मिलता है. इफ आई वांट सम डेटा आई जस्ट हैव टू टेक्स्ट, मेरे पास डेटा आ जाएगा. आई डोंट इवन हैव टू विजिट द प्लेस.
वाओ.
I sometimes I call district level officers in the DM office कि ये डेटा देख के जाओ इधर.
अरे इवन आई डू दिस. जो लोग मुझे शक्ल से जानते हैं उनको तो पता है मैं फेलो हूँ. तो मैं उन लोग का नंबर निकलती हूँ, मैसेज करती हूँ, कॉल करके बोलती हूँ आई एम कॉलिंग फ्रॉम कलेक्टर्स ऑफिस, आई वांट दिस डेटा. आधे घंटे में आई गेट द डेटा. बट if they see me ना, they'll get to know मैं कौन हूँ. But on call they don't know who am I.
अरे आई हैव अ वेरी फन सा एक्सपीरियंस टू शेयर. जब स्टार्टिंग में आई गॉट इनटू माय डिस्ट्रिक्ट, तो the DM attached me with the employment officer, and the employment office and the labor office are in the same building. So in the starting only, the labor department organized a session wherein the labor minister was going to distribute the labor cards to the workers. So the stage was set, the audience were there, the laborers were there, and the event was about to happen, and I was standing near the gate only. So everyone entered, the minister entered, his bodyguards entered, and the officials entered, and I was about to go and sit on the stage only. There was a place for me to sit there. So I was going to sit there, and the bodyguard of the minister comes to me and says, "Beta, जाके अपने पापा मम्मी के पास बैठ जाओ."
Yeah.
That was so funny. That is so funny. And just because I was wearing Western formals, so that day I decided कि any official event happens, I'm not going to wear anything Western. और उसके बाद से ऑफिस का कोई भी इवेंट है, साड़ी के अलावा कुछ नहीं पहना मैंने, ताकि लोगों को ऐसा लगे कि नहीं ये बच्ची नहीं है. That was kind of funny for me, मतलब embarrassing it was.
Sure.
मेरा सबसे अच्छा, मेरे को शुरू से यार, आई नो ना ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज वेरी वेल. हिंदी मेरे को बहुत अच्छे से आता है, तो जैसे वो बोलते हैं उस तरह से, तो आई स्पीक लाइक दैट. तो वो ये नहीं सोचते कि समवन फ्रॉम आउटसाइडर, ही थिंक्स लाइक. तो मैं तो ऐसा ही बोलता हूँ कि ये निर्देश है या आदेश है, इस पर कार्रवाई करे, क्या कर रहे हैं आपसे
I tell you
अपेक्षा
one thing. मेरा डिस्ट्रिक्ट का ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज इंग्लिश है, पर अगर यहाँ पे मैंने किसी से इंग्लिश में बात कर लिया ना, किसी को समझ नहीं आएगा मैं बोल क्या रही हूँ.
तो कैसे करती हूँ?
हिंदी इंग्लिश में बात करना पड़ता है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे ना मिक्स कल्चर है. लाइक साउथ इंडियंस है तो वो कन्नड़ अपना लैंग्वेज में बात करते हैं, गुजराती लोग हैं तो वो गुजराती में बात करते हैं. बहुत बहुत हैंडफुल लोग हैं जो जिनको इंग्लिश में बात करना आता है. अदरवाइज सब अपना अपना लैंग्वेज में बात करते हैं और टूटी फूटी हिंदी इंग्लिश. मतलब यहाँ पे ऑफिशियल से दे कांट टाइप अ डॉक्यूमेंट इन इंग्लिश प्रॉपर्ली. मेरा मतलब देयर इज अ इफ देयर इज अ मीटिंग ना, तो माय मेंटर ही हैज टू डिक्टेट, और फिर वो उसके बाद बोलते हैं मैंने आपको काफी इंग्लिश दे दिया है, अब आप लोग अच्छे से टाइप करके मुझे भेज सकते हो.
इंग्लिश का
मैं
तो यार मेरे साथ ही हुआ. मेरा तो इवन आई नो गुड इंग्लिश. प्रशासन में मुझे सबसे अच्छा आता है, लेकिन फिर भी माय डीएम इज
नाइस
फ्रॉम.
डिस्क्लेमर.
हाँ, मेरे प्रशासन में मुझे सबसे अच्छा आता है. बट
नाइस
स्टिल
डिस्क्लेमर.
बिकॉज सी इज AIR 5, तो उसको और भी अच्छा आता है. एवरी टाइम आई राइट अ डॉक्यूमेंट एंड सी इज लाइक इंग्लिश टीचर बैठा है मेरे लिए. ये छोटा नहीं है, ये कैपिटल नहीं किया तुमने, ये तुमने ऐसा नहीं किया. तो उसकी वजह से मैंने पूरा इंग्लिश ग्रामर का कोर्स किया बैठ के. फिर मैंने कहा मैडम
तूने ग्रामरली यूज क्यों, राजकुमार भाई, तूने इजीली कर लिया होता, ग्रामरली यूज कर लेना था.
अरे वो ग्रामरली में मेरे को भी थोड़ा लर्न करना था. इवन
Now
ग्रामरली
you
वाले
have
लेटर.
chat GPT, okay? Just give one small command. You can
Yeah,
it.
it would work.
तो
अरे
उसकी वजह
भाई,
से आई डिड द होल कोर्स इन इंग्लिश ग्रामर. एंड स्टिल मतलब मेरे लिए अच्छा हुआ कि मैंने वो मैडम की वजह से पूरा इंग्लिश का ग्रामर सीख लिया. और सी वाज सिटिंग एवरी टाइम करेक्टिंग एवरी लेटर कि भाई ये कैपिटल भी नहीं है, ये स्मॉल. और उसको मेरे को बोलती तुम्हें इंग्लिश बहुत अच्छी आती है, तो मैं उसको बोलता था मैडम को कि आप लेडी हार्डिंग से पढ़े हो, हम भरतपुर के एक गाँव से पढ़े हैं, तो कुछ तो फर्क समझो आप. वो मेडिकल कॉलेज में डॉक्टर, तो लेडी हार्डिंग मेडिकल कॉलेज से फ्रॉम दिल्ली. तो काफी ये रहा है कि इंग्लिश मेरा काफी इम्प्रूव करवा दिया उन्होंने.
Okay.
अरे
I would just ask
अंग्रेजी.
final
Yeah.
stories from Pallavi, Megha, or Karthik.
Yeah. I don't know if I start speaking, the connection goes off.
It's all right. You can try.
That's the whole stuff. So like this Monday, like she was mentioning, right? Like she was onto a minister's function, and then like some bodyguard pulled up and then say like, "Arey, you just go stand there, like not here and stuff." So we were there for this inauguration and stuff, the competitive exam, like at the district level.
Right.
So we were doing like 2 to 3 days of groundwork, like verifying the certificates of the candidates, and then like looking at the venue, checking for the facility and stuff. And after that, like there was this, the venue was set, and like on the Monday, like we all are going. And actually we were waiting for the collector to show up, and then we took them to the tires. And we all four were standing, like myself, district employment officer, collector, and the representative of that college, like they were hosting the event. So we all four were standing, and we all thought that the photographer would take like everybody put together and like a good photo for the press release. So that guy, that guy focused on everybody else except like myself and another madam. Like he just left them away. And then like he focused only on the collector and the students. And like there was this award ceremony where like there were like few people standing out. Like he just like photoshopped everybody else except the collector. So the collector was like collector was there, and then he has just like cropped every frame, and then that was given to the press and stuff. So they called me from the state. They're asking, Karthik, for 3 days you have been saying you're taking part in the event, like, and we don't see you on the photos. What happened?
Oh.
I replied, do you see something like a photoshopped image where you see only hair? That's me.
Only hair.
He just like cropped up only this part and only my hair was visible there. So like it was pretty bad actually. The photographer that happens actually like few collectors are like very strict, like they just would like to put only few pictures over there. And um yeah, there was like a district level inauguration for a scheme. Those things like happen. And a few other things like whenever you get to the rural areas, like you get to relive what people actually do there. So I still remember there is this another state government scheme where you have to go meet uh, very rural villages which are not part of any developmental schemes, and you have to go there and then like ask about their like grievances and stuff. And the skill development was put uh, as one of their portfolio. And the first time that we go there, like look people, we are just like putting out the banner and stuff like skill development, employment, and put together.
Right.
They just came. We are like unemployed youth. Like, do you have some any subsidy for us? Like, can you pay us right? Arey, like, no, it's not like. Then we have to like brief them about like skill development and stuff, like short-term training, long-term training. And that's the scenario at like most of the places. Um, uh, as Rajkumar mentioned, like you get to travel a lot, right? Like in and around like everywhere in the district. Sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's very frustrating because like when you don't have that connectivity part, like you have to travel very long,
Right.
like by bus and stuff.
हाँ यार, ये
So
सब लोग प्रॉब्लम फेस करते हैं, लेकिन मेरे को तो हमेशा गवर्नमेंट व्हीकल में गया हूँ. आई नेवर यूज पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट इन माय डिस्ट्रिक्ट.
oh my
ऑलवेज
God.
गवर्नमेंट व्हीकल.
राजकुमार स्टॉप फ्लेक्सिंग. हो गया तुम्हारा, अब नहीं सुन
हाँ.
सकती मैं.
सब लोग यही बोलते हैं मेरे को यार. सब लोग बोलते पब्लिक
अब
ट्रांसपोर्ट. मैंने कहा व्हाट इज दैट? आई हैव नेवर बीन इन पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट.
बस स्टॉप फ्लेक्सिंग. आई कैन नॉट हियर. अब मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा. तुमको एमएसडी का सेक्रेटरी कॉल कर रहा है.
नहीं
तुमको
मेरे को तो
गाड़ी
मैडम को
मिल
क्या.
रही है. हाँ, जो
हाँ.
भी, तुमको गाड़ी मिल रही है. हमको यहाँ बैठने को कुर्सी नहीं मिलती.
I had a cabin. You can come to my district.
Oh my God.
Enough of you flexing over what you have got. Please.
Please come to my district. My SRA was not coming to my district. I said, please sir, please come. So
उनके
he
लिए
was
गाली भेज दी.
नहीं.
उनके
I
लिए भी
called
गाली भेज दी.
नहीं. I asked my district collector. She called her, ki, please come. And then he came. Because
क्या चल
he
क्या चल रहा है
prepared
भाई?
he prepared for UPSC with men. So he told me once कि
Oh.
we were in same batch. So मैंने कहा why not you guys should meet. So I said to ma'am कि ma'am please call him, he was your UPSC batchmate. So she called her कि आओ यार हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में आप घूमने के लिए. Then he came, he stayed there for 2-3 days.
Wow.
No, यार मेरा एक प्रॉब्लम है ना, मेरे 3-4 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में कोई फेलो नहीं है. So the whole division I am the only fellow.
Oh, yeah, right. Because Rajasthan, so many
और
districts.
जो कोई काम नहीं करता.
हाँ.
नहीं कोटा में तो कोई फेलो नहीं है बिकॉज फेज 1 में था.
Phase one
एंड
था.
12 में भी नहीं है.
Why?
एंड एक बूंदी में छोड़ दिया है. तो होल द कोटा डिवीजन जो है जिसमें 4 डिस्ट्रिक्ट हैं, आई एम द ओनली फेलो इन 4 डिस्ट्रिक्ट. तो आसपास तो
And
कोई है
seems
नहीं.
like MGNF में आप ही सबसे मजे कर रहे हो.
हाँ
So
मजे
you are
मस्त.
like
मेरे को डिस्ट्रिक्ट मस्त मिला है तो मैं मस्त मजे कर रहा हूँ. इधर कोई सीन नहीं है.
so you are like the
अब मेरे
skill
को
Raj of Rajasthan.
Vedant, I cannot flex Udit Narayan anymore, please.
I have Ritik Deshmukh in my district. Pallavi or Megha, we can just, if you're done, then we can stop the recording.
No, I'm not having any such
I am done.
interesting story.
All right. And thank you so much for joining us.